Are we on?
Shalom, Kol Halalim,
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, your grand millstone. And peace and salutations to all you brothers out there. Teach us word and truth is sincerity in the highways and hedges. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, according to the Holy Bible. Okay? And you so-called white people are the nation of Edom, Esau, the so-called white man. Okay?
The red Hebrew Edomite.
The red Hebrew Edomite. Okay? And your society, America, is collapsing in front of our eyes. This is another episode of America Is Through. This is the brother Gadawan.
Konat Wath. Konat.
Yeah, we're just going to do a quick video here going in on this piece of shit place called America. More specifically, in particular, the San Francisco Bay Area. And here it is. This is an article. I think it came out yesterday. It may have been updated since. It says, report, Bay Area homeless crisis among nation's worst. Would take $12.7 billion to build enough housing. Okay. Oh, man. Not to mention, I'm going to have to send you that link. Not to mention how much it's going to cost California to rebuild after the wildfires. It's a number, catastrophic number, akin to this one, around $13 billion.
Yeah, this place is through, man. Just like the title of the video, America's Through. This place is done. There's no coming back for this place, man. Okay? You got the Bay Area homeless crisis is amongst the nation's worst. And if you walk around out here, you are guaranteed to run into a damn homeless encampment, man. Okay? A tent city. You know? It looked like a post-apocalyptic movie, man. Mm-hmm. You know, and I sent a video earlier to these bros. I was just walking around, man. There's a fucking tent that, like, these damn homeless people, they took over a parking lot, man. There's trash everywhere, abandoned cars, you know, vehicles with windows busted out, tires gone, engine blocks taken out and whatnot. You know, it actually looks like one of these movies that you see after the destruction went down, man. You watch that movie, The Road, just abandoned cars. You know, that's what's going on out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to play this video real quick?
Oh, sure.
The Bay Area is pushing toward 30,000 homeless people. That is according to a new report. The report also found the Bay Area homeless population is among the highest in the country and will take billions of dollars to build enough housing for all of those who need one. KTVU's Rob Roth joins us now. He's live in Oakland after talking with the homeless and community leaders. Rob.
Julie, the report recommends that Bay Area cities band together and treat homelessness as a regional issue, much like transportation. And the report found the scale of homelessness in the Bay Area is far greater than many people realized. This man says he's been sleeping in this tent encampment in West Oakland for the past 6 months after he lost his job on top of a family crisis.
It's easy to get your feet into the gutter, but it's hard to get them out.
His tent is just across the street from St. Vincent de Paul, where community leaders met to discuss a new report detailing just how big a problem homelessness is in the Bay Area. Among the findings, the Bay Area has some 28,000 people who have nowhere to live. That's the third largest homeless population in the U.S., behind only New York and Los Angeles.
This is not just a problem for social service agencies. It is not just a problem for government. It is a problem for every sector of our society, and that includes the private sector.
The report was written by the Bay Area Council, a business think tank. It found that 2/3 of homeless people live in cars or on the streets, double the national average.
It's like a city of people who are, without shelter.
The report also found that homelessness is such a massive problem, each city can no longer try to tackle it on its own. It recommends a regional approach with shared resources and a better tracking system for those seeking help. And it also recommends focusing on preventing homelessness.
Most at risk for becoming homeless, most at risk for eviction potentially, those are the people we need to help with either prevention services, different types of housing vouchers, or how dedicated.
It says the main solution is to build more low-income housing.
We failed at every level to build enough housing, and the lack of attending to that over the course of decades has created a problem. It takes everyone to be concerned and have that knowledge that even you too can be in a situation.
And now for the price tag. The report says the cost to build enough housing for the current Bay Area homeless population is $12.7 billion. Now, the authors of the study says that is a lot of money, but it is doable. Julie?
It is one big problem. Rob Roth in
Where the hell you gonna get $12.7 billion from? What do you mean it's doable, man? This place is through. America's already in debt. California's in debt. Okay, the California is running currently at the budget is running at a deficit, man. Okay, they're making cuts currently right now to different programs just so they can balance the budget out, man. They've been doing that for years now. Where the hell you gonna get $12.7 billion from? You know, and if I'm not mistaken, that's just for the Bay Area. What about LA? Because there's a significant homeless population down there. What about San Diego? What about Sac Through?
Yeah.
Can you give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 12 real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, because here is they're asking for all this money, but there's no money. Okay, at one point in time, America used to have all the money in the world. Now it's $30 trillion in debt. Okay, everyone's homeless. No one can afford shelter. Can you go ahead and read that?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
Yeah, money is a defense, and America doesn't have any money. So America doesn't have any defense anymore, all right? Apart from its military, which isn't really a defense, okay? Because everyone else got some military, larger militaries.
Well, look at who the military is going to be consisted of. People that's homeless, man, and through. People and a lot of those homeless people are addicted to drugs, man.
Or a lot of them are ex-military. They came back from serving the country. Now they're on the streets. A lot of them are in Oakland. Oh, Alameda. Bro, I was out in Alameda. I didn't even tell y'all when I came back, right? After I went over there to play soccer. Bro, there's 10 cities over there. They're actually going to build a homeless encampment over there. So go ahead and read that.
For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Yeah, the so-called white man, you don't have any wisdom, right? And that's why Esau in the film, no, in the segment, he said, this has been going on for decades. Yeah, you Edomites been ruling for centuries like dumbasses, man. It's completely with disregard to anything righteous, anything expedient other than for your own belly, man. And then even for yourself, you can't even do it right. Here it is, you so-called white people, you Edomites, your forefathers. They wanted to have the New World Order back in the year 2000, man. You over here slacking. They wanted the Illuminati. They actually wanted it back in 1913. Right when the World War I, World War II came down, but Yahweh Shem Al-Shah wants to totally annihilate you, right, in thermonuclear missiles in World War III. Okay, that's what it's going to come to. Can you give me Proverbs 29 and 2?
Yeah, this is Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
So you tell me people are having fun out here, them homeless people? And if you live anywhere in those areas where them homeless encampments are, you're not having fun.
Well, they're everywhere. Literally, they everywhere. Everywhere you go, you're gonna see homeless people, man. Like the dude said, they living in cars and RVs, man. Everywhere you go, you walk outside, you see an RV. That's a homeless person, man. They even want to start bringing these different homeless encampments or these transition centers to where these red Hebrew Edomites live at. These upper echelon neighborhoods, man. Campbell. The Embarcadero out there in San Francisco, right on the waterfront, man. So this is everywhere. You can't escape it, man.
Well, just right outside the house, it was a stealth van. Dude sleeping in a stealth van. Jake ever see the van? It's like an all white van. Somebody actually lives in there, like right outside the house.
That's their house on wheels.
I was like, damn, they kind of like messed me up. Like, what the fuck? Then I remembered it. I was like, oh, the stealth van. And you seen the bed. I've been seeing a lot of those converted vans into like beds and rooms, you know.
Yeah, because people can't afford an apartment out here, man. To live in a studio out here is around $1,500.
That's just the minimum.
That's like minimum, man, if you're lucky. All right, and a lot of guys, they what do? They end up just renting a room for $900 with a bunch of other bug outs, sharing a kitchen, a restroom. And that's what people do out here in San Francisco, California. Okay, Silicon Valley, the East Bay. Yet you look outside your window, there's people shitting in the street, shooting up meth in their neck and fentanyl. Okay, and your windows are getting broken, and there's a bunch of thieves everywhere. This place is done. This is post-apocalyptic America. Okay, can you give me if you read in Proverbs 22?
John, I'll finish this. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Mm-hmm. And the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The people are mourning, man. Why? Because they got no money. If you got no money, you're mourning. You're struggling. Okay, you're going month to month, day to day, paycheck to paycheck. People are actually going into heavy debt, man, just to fucking stay afloat. But you're not even floating, man. You're going deeper in the water.
Well, credit card debt is at an all-time high.
Student debt. I gotta go to school to do better in my life. Yeah, you getting out there in the job market owing already $100K. Out of here, man. Bugged out. And that's just not one person. That's millions of people here in America. So America's through.
The majority of the population, because everybody they that's what it's taught to you when you go to school. You go to elementary school, middle school, high school, or you got to go to college. They plaster it all over the TV. You got to go to college if you want to be something. You got to get a career, get a degree. So all these people are doing that, but they catching hell doing it, man.
Yeah.
You know, when they get out of it, then they figure out like, damn, I just fucked, 4 years of my life off. Now I ain't got no job. I got debt. Now I'm working in the damn Starbucks. Where I could have did that straight out of high school.
Out of high school.
You know, I could have went to a trade school, and been doing something else. Now I'm stuck with debt. And if you have a debt and you have a degree, you didn't pay your student loan off, they'll suspend your damn degree, man. So you can't even get a job in the field which you graduated in, man. So you through. And then the interest keeps tacking on. Okay. And the debt is unforgivable, man.
Yep.
Showing you how much of the devil this guy is. The debt is unforgivable. You can't get student debt expunged. You know?
Hey, we're gonna play another quick video real quick.
This one.
Yeah, play that one. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Just to go off what
the high cost of living in the Bay Area is making it harder for college students to find housing. At San Jose State, it's so bad students are asking for the university to take a drastic step. KPIX5 Ramirez is on campus with students asking for a place where they can sleep in their cars. Len?
That's right. This homeless crisis is really affecting students here at San Jose State University because they are competing with just about everyone else to try and find housing, which is getting more and more expensive. So students have a list of demands for the university. They're asking for money, they're asking for beds, and interestingly, they are asking for parking spaces so that students can sleep safely in their cars. Students pulling into the 7th Street garage at San Jose State were once only concerned about finding a parking space for a few hours. But now, with a worsening student homeless crisis, many of them are looking to the garage as a place to pull in for the night.
The parking spaces will give people a safe place to sleep.
Members of the Student Homeless Alliance are asking for a minimum of 10 spaces to be put aside for safe parking for homeless students.
We do know that there's, dozens of students who are sleeping in their cars and are fearful of, having to wake up every few minutes, not scared of someone who might come in or a police or somebody who might cite them.
Last year, KPIX first reported how a homeless English professor was living out of her car parked in that same garage.
Of course, this is not going to solve the ultimate crisis, but at the same time, it's an immediate solution.
The CSU Chancellor's Office reported last year that 13% of San Jose State's student population has been homeless within the last year.
It's kind of hard when you're like, trying to find a place to sleep, trying to find a consistent place to shower.
One of them was James, a homeless student until just 3 weeks ago when he got into housing on campus. He says he would get rousted if he parked in the garage, so he spent nights in the King Library.
Sometimes the best way you get some sleep is face down at a table in the computer lab as a student.
Besides spaces in the garage, students are demanding 12 beds in the dorms for up to 60 days and $2,500 emergency grants for students to stay in housing if they can't pay the rent. Students say the university has not responded to the demands.
When we don't get a response, it makes us assume that nothing is being done.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
No one from the university was available to comment
for you, man. Okay, and this is judgment for all you so-called Negroes like that nigga that they just showed, and nigga sleeping in the library. There's judgment for you trusting in America, man. Okay, you ain't supposed to be trusting in this place. All right, that's the reason why the nigga homeless and the nigga still going to school, man. Thinking it's gonna change his situation. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you completely through. You ones that trust in this society, man. Okay, and more judgment is gonna continue to fall upon you people that trust in this system, man. You can literally see the system is crumbling right before your eyes. You got students that are homeless, man. You going to school, you paying tuition, you don't got no fucking place to stay. You sleeping in your car, but you think that, oh, if I get my degree, it's gonna change. Ain't no jobs out here, man. You're a homeless student, okay? And then when you graduate, you're gonna be just a homeless citizen, man. You're gonna end up in a tent city with your degree. Okay? See, and what you people are experiencing right now, this is the downfall of Babylon the Great, man. Okay? Yahweh Shem Shai is bringing this place down, man. And you people, since you trust in it, you experiencing it on a high level, man. It's highly affecting you. Okay? You're the ones caught up in this system. All right, you actually trusted in this system, well, like the nigga. He's just homeless until a few weeks ago, man, or a few days ago. You know,
I got a precept.
God, now he's good right now. You know, but he was sleeping in the. Hey, look, man, if I ain't got nowhere to stay, what the hell I'm going to school for? You're supposed to go to school. The dorms are there for you to live and dwell while you're going to school. You know. So why the hell would you go to school if you don't have a place to sleep? You know, you're sleeping in a damn car, man.
Because you're a fucking slave, man.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children," said the Lord.
Yeah, and the rebellious children is talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. The Most High said, "Woe unto you, destruction unto you, calamities unto you," and that's what's happening. Okay, the Most High is bringing calamities upon the ones of you that trust in this system, man. Well, the other video that we played, the dude, he was a Jake. He was homeless, man. Oh, we need the program. They gotta fix this. You know, as another nigga that trusted in America, man. Okay, you know, he probably went to school. You know, probably had a cool job. He got laid off. The unemployment ran out. Oh man, I'm gonna get back on my feet. You know, some good's gonna come. Then he in a tent city, man. This is what happens when you trust in America, man, when you trust in Babylon the Great. Okay, because Jake doesn't understand that this country is on the Heavenly Father's hit list, man. Okay? And what you are experiencing and watching is the downfall of Babylon the Great. Keep going.
That take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you go to college. You cover yourself with a covering that's not of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. What you learn in them colleges is all kind of madness. They got women's studies, you know, which basically teaches you how to worship a woman. You know, how a woman is so great. She's the greatest thing on earth. You know, you got to worship her. You can't look at her a certain way.
Well, they pretty much blatantly tell you that the Most High doesn't exist. And that the scriptures are a complete, utter false document, man. And you can't even use it in any of your arguments. Otherwise, you're a bigot. Fuck that. You're a fuck. Hey, can you give me a quick precept? Psalm 62 and 10. Yeah, because here it is. You over here working your ass off with the so-called wine, man, just asleep in a fucking garage, man. Go ahead and read that.
Isaiah 62:10, trust not in oppression and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them.
Yeah, and that's what our people do, man. They trust in oppression. Okay, and you know, they're a bunch of robbers. And when they get money, man, they put their money into it, man. When their money gets up, they believe in it. But that's why you trust in oppression, man. That's why you're going through all that hell to get a degree. To do what? To go in the job market. Here it is. They'll actually fly in. Here it is. You want to be an engineer. they'll fly in a bug out from New Delhi, okay, Elam or a gook from China. From China, okay, on a visa, and they'll pay them high wages over your bitch ass, man. And they're gonna hire you just as a nigga to clean toilets, right? And then you can't afford to pay your rent, but this gook on a visa that just showed up, man, he could pay rent.
Oh, he got a house.
He could buy a house. He buy multiple properties, and he's flexing out. He's flexing out on the best and baddest shit out here, man. Well, you over here sleeping in a fucking hoopty.
Through.
But
then you can't get the job because you didn't pay off your loan. So that's why he flew the dude in from China.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Trump want to oppress you. You damn so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans want to blame you for it, man. But these other nations over here just living off this place. This place is done. This is why we say America's through.
And it is. You looking at it.
Yeah, and then here it is. The best nigga ever, Nipsey Hussle, wasn't even a nigga. Okay, he wasn't even a fucking. I don't give a shit, man. He wasn't even a nigga. I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say, all right, because people put him on some high regard. Here it is. He wasn't even a nigga, but he cared for niggas more than niggas did. Ain't nobody giving back to the hood, man.
That was just a hustle, man.
His name was Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
He was a hustle, man.
Yeah, he was a hustle. He just capitalizing on niggas. Niggas are simple.
Yeah, and the Most High destroyed his ass. And that's what's going to happen to everybody. Because what? You trust in oppression. You trust in this bullshit. You became vain and robbery. Oh yeah, I can steal from people. This is good for me. Because when you sell certain things that are wicked, you're pretty much robbing people, man. Okay, can you read at me Proverbs 22? You can probably start at 1.
That one?
It started. Just read 2. God, yeah. Let's read it.
Proverbs 22 and 1 and 1?
2.
Okay, 2. Proverbs 22 and 2. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all.
And that's gonna be a hard reality for you people very soon. You people that are so-called middle class. Yeah, because here it is. They say you're middle class, but really, you're not even a middle. There's no such thing as that. That's a bunch of bullshit. There's the elite, and there's everybody beneath, man. And some of y'all can afford housing, and the majority of you, well, you see it, it's going to become the majority soon, aren't going to be able to afford housing.
Yep. Right?
But here in the Bay Area, you already see it. This is going to spread throughout the rest of Babylon. Right? This is ground zero for test runs.
Okay. Well, what you're seeing is the middle class being destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do they say in the video? He said, well, we got to have a better system set up to track these people. Which the first thing that should come to your mind when you hear that is the RFID microchip, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there's not a adequate system in place to track these homeless people and to put them in adequate housing. So we need a better tracking system for them because there's more homeless people gonna come. Okay, the problem is out of control, man. All right, so we need a system for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if the people who do have homes, a lot of them have to work multiple hours and put themselves through pure slavery just to keep that property.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one paycheck, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. Everything that they work for is gone.
And that's why I say the quality of life here is bullshit. Because you're making all this money, but all that money's going to your mortgage, and you're not being home because you're sitting in traffic most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even enjoy your children because they're at school, and then they have after school programs, and you can't even drop them off at practice. So you have them do Ubers. You're completely bugged out.
Yeah.
Right. But that's everything's becoming a super slave society.
Okay. That's how the elites want it. Okay. Well, another reason why this thing is happening is because of the inflation. So your wages have basically been stagnant. Really, you lost wages over the years, man. When you compare it to inflation, the rate that the dollar, the value of the dollar has been decreasing. The inflation is not the rate and wages that you people are getting has not kept up with inflation, man. So you think you're getting paid more, you get an increase on your check. you still getting paid the same rate, if not less.
Yeah.
You know, so you think, oh yeah, I'm getting money, but the cost of living keeps going up, man, which is causing your quality of life to decrease. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's not. There's no signs of it going to get better. We
read the scriptures. The scriptures tell you everything's gonna get worse, man. Okay, there ain't no coming back for Babylon the Great. Okay, that's the place that's the name of this place, man. Okay, America has a name in biblical prophecy, and it's Babylon the Great, and Babylon the Great is destined for destruction, man.
Wait, so we're gonna be partying before the missiles hit, right? There's gonna be times to party before that. Come on, man. This place is done, man. It's going to get worse and worse, all the way up until it gets completely wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to be eating each other soon. All right? Straight up. Oh, and we're going to read it right here. Read that verse 3.
Verse 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
And you can see that happening right now. Right? The prudent man, you Israelite men, okay, the elect men, the men that are given... You've been chosen from the foundation to have this knowledge. You foresee the evil. That's why you fear the Heavenly Father. Okay, and that's how you hide yourself from this wickedness that's about to take over this place, man. And it's already taken over, but from the judgment of the Heavenly Father.
Okay.
And that's why it says, "But the simple pass on and are punished," because you don't acknowledge the words we're saying as a warning that the Lord's about to bring pure judgment on this place. And we're showing you the videos. We're showing you the news. And the news is a bunch of bullshit, okay? All right? They're actually trying to shut down every avenue of truth and make you just believe the news is truth. But we know this is we know this is real because we drive by it every day, man.
You can see this.
We see this every day, man. Like, I live in San Jose, okay? All right? I see these students, they're through.
Mm-hmm.
I know the students, they're
through.
Okay, we live in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
You know, we live in the East Bay, whatever. They're bug outs. They're breaking brothers' windows out here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We catch them by hell because of these fuckers, man. They're the stench of just human feces.
Urine.
We got to deal with that shit, man. Yet the super elites call this place, think this place is going to keep going. This is the most prosperous place in the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they make in San Francisco in particular. That's what they make in San Francisco to be. They want to be a city for the elite. Just the people that are wealthy. When you watch that movie, End Time, San Francisco is going to be in the mind of the elites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be one of those cities that you got to pay hella fucking years and hours to get into, man.
But all that's doing is just making a underclass of just people on the streets, man. They're just out there lurking to judge your ass.
Well, so what you going to do with the people... The homeless, you got to put them in camps, and you got to put them in some type of slave quarters, man. You got to put them in a factory, make them work.
But Esau don't want to do that.
Well, if New World Order gets established, that's what he'll do. He'll end up moving them out, putting the majority of those people to death.
It's not up to your little housing associations, all right? Pretty soon, the military is just going to take over and just do what they want with your bitch ass, man. You can't get up and have a neighborhood meeting of Edomites. Hey, we're not going to allow this. You Edomites have so much privilege, man. Can niggas ever say that? Can the tribes, all right, can they get together and say, you know, we don't want Richmond to keep poisoning our air where we live? They've been doing that, yet it keeps going, man. But Esau, you can't have any poor people that you made poor trying to get transition centers, man. In some open space where you're at. Fucking devils, man. So don't try to act like, oh, there's good white people out there, man. They're all scumbags, all right? They're all devils. Okay, you keep going?
Yep. By humility and fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life.
Yeah, and that's the real riches, honor in life, okay? And you other people, you heathens, you so-called white people, all right? And you 2/3, you don't have any of that. Keep going.
Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doeth keep his soul shall be far from them.
Keep going.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Keep going.
The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
And you see that right now here in America, okay? The rich, they actually control shit. Oh, you can't have this here. You can't build it. Why is there a housing crisis? A lot of it's because Rich Edomites made laws that you can't build in a certain open space out here because they don't want people living around it. They don't want traffic. They don't want more. They don't want to live next to a bunch of people. Yet you want everyone else to live that way. Fucking devils. Okay, but they rule over the poor. Okay, and the borrower is servant to the lender. That's why you see these people struggling, going through pure hell, living in cars, because you're a servant to the lender. You took out a loan to go to school, to sleep in your car, to catch hell. Now you're a fucking super slave. You're the servant to the lender, man. And who's that lender for these school loans is the U.S. government. All right, Trump. He's your God. All right, and he's going to tell you what to do, and you can't. That loan can't be forgiven. That loan can't be forgiven. That can't be. You can't default on that into bankruptcy and forgive that debt like any other debt. This is the only one you can't forgive because the federal government is behind it. But so-called white man's not the devil. All right, he acts righteously. That's against the scriptures. You're supposed to forgive debts after 7 years.
Yep.
That's it. You can't be doing that to people.
Well, you're not supposed to, give a loan with what's it called? Usury.
Mm-hmm.
And all these loans that everybody's subjugated to in Babylon, they have recurrent interest.
Mm-hmm.
So just that right then and there, that's wicked
Mm-hmm.
in itself.
Very wicked. Can you keep going, Babusha? Maybe actually go down to 22.
Proverbs 22 and 22. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate.
And that's exactly what the so-called white man does, all right? You rob the poor because he's poor. You go and you sue people, or you oppress the people that can't protect themselves, man. All right. Why is it these Israelites, okay, from the northern kingdom, right? These Zebulonites, Issacharites. Why is it them coming in on the border for them to get separated from their families, children? Why is it them? And then they're doing it even here all over the place. Okay, their CPS will come and take your kids, give them to a foster care facility. Okay, so it's not just at the border; it's all over America. Yet no one bats an eye because they oppress them because no one gives a fuck about them, man. No one's pleading the cause of Israel other than us, the men of the Lord. Yeah, you hate us, man. We're the only ones that speak on it. Okay? And Julian Assange, that guy's a bug out, all right? He's not speaking on nothing important. Okay, like he's some sort of RT try to act like he's some sort of god.
Well, he's a god of Esau, and you truther Edomites, man.
Yeah, you truth Edomites. He's a good Edomite, man. That guy's a scumbag. You saw how he went out. He didn't go out like no G. You're supposed to walk out there and just be flipping off Esau.
They drug his ass up, man.
He's afraid. He's done. You so-called white people, that's all of you, man.
God.
You're through, man. It's your time is up, all right? You think you're hiding out in the embassy, escaping judgment?
Well, hey, he was hiding for 7 years.
Yeah, you hiding.
You see?
You done. You done. You can't hide from the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shah.
And
we're going to drag your ass out with them chains, man. All right? It's going to be a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. Yeah, because all this is happening to you is judgment, man. The reason why you Edomites got to deal with things in your city, it's like we was going into earlier. It used to be just this homeless epidemic was just around these poor people, man. But now it's happening to you. Okay? The main people that are homeless, they like to put Jake. They show Jake face for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Jake ain't the majority of the homeless people that's out here, man. The majority of the homeless is fucking Edomites, man.
Edomites.
Destitute Edomite. Cave man looking Edomites, man. Long ass hair. You know? But they put Jake on there. They want you to think that it's Jake. The majority of them is Edomites, man.
Well,
and they're completely through.
Those are the best spoken guys out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right? They've been on the streets since before this crisis. All right? They've been catching this hell. But now Esau, he's catching it. It's too much for him, man. It's too much for his ass. Here, Jake, he's been out on the street 30 years, man. Being homeless. Just in the spirit. Just a Jake. But Esau, man, he's already just did all kinds of drugs, ready to die, man. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Sirach 10:8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And that's exactly. And is that kingdom translated from one people to another in the heavens? Nah, man, on the earth.
No.
Dumb, on the earth.
It said the kingdom is translated. So the kingdom on earth is translated from one people to another. Who's in rulership right now?
Mm-hmm.
The red Hebrew Edomite. Okay. And the way you have ran your society, you know, like the we was going into, you completely wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
You oppressing the poor. Okay. You taking away housing from people. Well, is there going to be a housing crisis in the kingdom? We're going to go, oh man, we need Israelites need homes. Yeah. You know? And another reason why this housing crisis is going on is because this nigga got everybody stuffed in these damn cities, man.
There's not going to be unemployment in the kingdom of heaven.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, Esau always talks about we need jobs. Actually, in the kingdom of heaven, there's a big continual employment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're not gonna have to worry about that. Jake always got something for your slaves to do, man.
Right.
Okay. And you're gonna work your ass off. You're over here complaining about jobs. Yeah. But read it again from the top.
That's why.
Well, unrighteous dealings, injuries, riches got by deceit. This is so-called white man. That's America. And the unrighteous dealings, like the brother was saying, there's no housing. People can't live. You're charging up the ass for housing, man. Yeah,
it's wicked as hell, man.
You own all kinds of other properties that are just condemned. You just leaving them junked up.
Well, it was a video I was watching. It was a Edomite. He was trying to convert like a warehouse into high-rise living. You know, so he wanted to build like a three or 4 story apartment building with like 60 units. The people that live around the neighborhood, they said no, like you were saying, they don't want traffic in the neighborhood, you know? So the city denied, you know, they haven't given him the permits yet. He bought the building already.
Mm-hmm.
So then he, like the guy that was interviewing me asked him, he said, well, you do any more projects in San Francisco? He said, nah, I'm done with the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I'm not doing anything out here, man.
You can't. Because Esau thinks he got some power. That we read about the rich ruling over the poor. But that's unrighteous dealing. Because that guy's he's trying to make money like anybody else. But yeah, Esau, you don't want more people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And what's happening now that's coming back to bite your ass. Now you got these zombies out there on the streets, screaming in the middle of the night.
Oh,
you're waking up, bugging out. You can't even walk your kids outside. You gotta skip over syringes, hyperthermic needles. Okay, that's a plague.
That's a health hazard, man.
It's a health hazard. That's a disease. If you get picked by one of those, you got to get tested. You got to go on a fast, man. You got to really go hard in your body, man. You got to burn some sage. You know what I'm saying? You got to send up prayers that you're through. But that's what brothers got to deal with, man, on a day-to-day here in San Francisco Bay Area. And believe it, it's going to get worse, and it's going to spread throughout all of Babylon. And it's already has.
Okay. Well, the dude on the video, he said we got to try to stop it.
It's no, you can't.
And Lord willing, you gotta read the article.
Oh yeah. If you want to read through, find some.
Is this the article right here?
That's the one, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we wrap it up.
Okay.
After a couple precepts, kind of.
Yeah, this is the article. It says, Oakland, California. Jamal Porter says he's been sleeping in a tent encampment in West Oakland for the past 6 months.
Man.
Ever since after he lost his job on top of a family crisis.
Mm.
It's easy to get your feet in the gutter.
Why? Because the people that live in the United States, okay, aka Babylon the Great, they one paycheck away from a crisis, from being homeless, man. Okay, they one paycheck away from being evicted, from being homeless, from losing their car, okay, that they making payments on. Okay, they one paycheck away from being completely through, and that's what happened to him, man. He lost his job and he was through. Okay, on top of a family crisis, which one of his family members probably died, and you got to cash out for a funeral, man. That shit ain't cheap, you know. So he's just completely through. Went into debt probably over that. He didn't have a job to pay the debt off. Didn't have a job to pay the bills because he had to deal with the funeral. So he out on the street now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Babylon, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, welcome to the system that the red Hebrew Edomite has set up. You got to pay to bury your family members, man. That's wicked as hell. You're supposed to have a sepulcher where you just put your family members in it, man. You only supposed to pay you got to pay to have them embalmed. You got to pay somebody to take the body away. That's wicked, man.
Porter's tent is just across the street from St. Vincent's de Paul, where community leaders met to discuss a news report Wednesday detailing just how big a problem homelessness is in the Bay Area. That's the third largest homeless population in the U.S.
This is right above the picture. Yeah, right there. See?
Right here?
Yeah, read that.
Okay, among the findings, the Bay Area homeless population is more than 28,000.
Yeah, that's 28,000. They keep, that's a low number, man. It's more than that. Okay? And it's growing. Because I ain't never seen so many motherfucking RVs out there before in my life.
Well, you gotta keep going.
Keep going.
That's the third largest homeless population in the U.S., behind only New York and Los Angeles. This is not a problem for social services. It is not a problem for government. It is a problem for every sector of our society, including the private sector, said Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf.
Yeah, so now you know what comes in, taxes. Now we're gonna tax these different corporations. You gotta pay for the homeless. You know, keep going.
Which they fucking should.
Which they gonna make you average citizens pay taxes for homeless too. The taxes gonna go up, man.
Everything gonna go up.
This is not a problem for social services or Slovakia.
Because once you start taxing these big tech companies, now they're gonna start taxing who? Their customers. Now Google's gonna charge you for searches. Because they're getting taxed by Mountain View. Okay, go ahead, bro.
It found that 2/3 of homeless people are unsheltered, living in cars or on the streets. That's double the national average.
So that's where the crisis comes in. That's the hell that these people are catching out here, man. The majority of people, they don't have shelters to live in. They living in RVs and in cars, man. And you see that everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You know, they'll take over whole parking lots, man. Okay? And they dump their fucking shit just right by the RV, you know, or dump it somewhere else. That's in the vicinity though, man. You know, so you walk by, it smell like shit and piss, you know, trash everywhere, you know.
Yeah. The trashiest people on the planet, man. You would think the homeless would, they'd clean up after themselves, but there's trash everywhere now.
Well, the majority of them are Edomites.
They're Edomites.
That's so that's the explanation. You seeing basically the true nature of the red Hebrew Edomite, man. This is how he lives. Okay, this is how he lives without him being under the that rule of law, man. Okay, he's just a nasty, disgusting person, man. Okay, trash everywhere, diseases everywhere, dirt everywhere. You know,
it's like a city of people who are without shelter, said Jim Wonderman, executive director of the Bay Area Council. If gathered in one place, the report found the homeless population would be as large or larger than that of roughly half the city in the region.
Bro, that's a lot of homeless people, man.
The city within itself.
The report found that homelessness is such a massive problem, each city can no longer try to tackle it on its own. It recommends a national approach with shared resources and a better tracking system for those seeking help.
Yeah, which they brought that out in the video. Which that tracking system, we already know what that's going to be, man.
Yeah.
They're going to start chipping people.
Yeah.
Well, it's too many homeless people for each government to deal with. Now it's a regional problem. Now we're going to start chipping these people, man. Okay, and this is to help you get services. Oh, get the chip. You know?
And see, now it's going to say it says new state homeless services agency. Yeah, how are they going to get that? They're going to tax more people, man. It's going to tax you to help. They'll help what? Bug outs, overdose. What was the shit they give them when they overdose? Narcan, right? Free Narcan and bring them back. So what? They could go back out to the illegal immigrants on the streets in a sanctuary city to give them more dope, man. And the illegal immigrant, he's gonna get arrested and he's gonna get right back on the streets and sell more dope. And nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna shoot an Edomite woman and get off. This place is through. America's through. All right, this is America. All right, this is how it goes down now. Everyone's gonna be homeless, getting tracked with an RFID microchip. Right, you want and a lot of homeless, they refuse to go in the shelters.
Yeah,
they want to be on the streets. They want to be bugged out.
They like the freedom.
Because what's the free? If you're in a shelter, you know what you can't do? You can't openly just shoot up fucking dope, man. Yet they want to actually make places where you can do that. Safe injection sites. This place is done, man. Here it is. But yet students, they can't afford housing for students, man. A bugged out Jake, he got to sleep in the library, working his ass off, trying to survive. Trying to survive. But it's pure judgment. That's okay. If you want the government to support you, just get addicted to drugs. Right? If you do that, you're going to be able to live freely in this society. You want to keep
well, you can read a little bit more, but it's going through pretty much what was said in the video.
Con.
So you probably read like the last paragraph and then
read right there. We failed.
It says we failed at every level to build enough homes. The lack of tending to it over decades have created a tremendous problem, said Wonderman.
Con. Yeah. So pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much what the article said. And there's not enough homes. It says here that the population, it needs about $12.7 billion. Okay, and that's just housing, enough housing for the homeless. That's just the homeless, not just people that actually need homes that want to afford homes. Okay, people that want, because the average medium home price out here is about over $1 million.
Well, that's just to build homes. That doesn't mean to maintain home.
That's just to buy it. That's just to buy a fucking. That's a fixer upper. $1 million. All right, this place is done unless you want to live on some like right next door to a homeless encampment, right? But even then, it's still very expensive. This place is done, man. This is a super slave society, and we're just waiting on the RFID microchip, man.
Okay.
You get some precepts?
Okay. Baruch 4:31.
Beautiful. Yeah, because I was thinking about this, talking to a bro earlier. That we're getting jacked up right now, man, and a majority of it is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and read it.
Baruch 4:31. It says, "Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall." Okay, what's the they that afflicted us is talking about the red Hebrew Edomite, man. That's the reason why you see these cities in the state that they in, man. Okay, and they named three major regions in the United States: San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, and New York. They have the highest homeless populations, man. Okay, why? Because it's a curse from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Mm-hmm. Okay, see, because America, they did all these things to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, but they never thought that there was going to be a recompense for these things. That's the reason why these things are happening to you, man. That's the reason why it's a record number of you red Hebrew Edomites in tents. It's a record number of you red Hebrew Edomites standing on the freeway entrance begging for change. Okay, well, I remember I was in the traffic. I was getting off about to get on the freeway. Okay, and there's an Edomite sitting there with a sign. He said, "Help a cracker out, man." Asking for change, but he know he's a cracker, man. He's like, "Hey, just help a cracker out." And that's the majority of the people that you see begging for change, man. It's you red Hebrew Edomites. You completely through, man. Mm-hmm. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing judgment upon you. All right? You the new vagrants, man. It says, "Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall." And who rejoiced when we fell? Mainly the red Hebrew Edomite, man. Mm-hmm. When Jake was in slavery, you red Hebrew Edomites, you was living it up, man. Okay, when Jake was catching hell, all right, when Jake was going through the crack epidemic, You Edomites, you was living it up, and you was rejoicing at Jake's state, man.
Yeah, when you would go on lynchings, you would call it the mayor would declare it a day off for everyone to witness a lynching. The kids didn't have to go to school, so they would just go out and witness the lynching, see Jake get totally destroyed, all right, get his body parts chopped off, getting burned, hanging, all right, and you rejoiced at that. Then you would take a picture, smiling next to it, send it out to Esau up north, your family members, your cousins. You loved that. That was a festival, man. It was an activity. Oh, Esau would even in the rebel companies, they would even have the trains running more trains just to drive through, just to witness the lynching, man. That's how wicked Esau was, man. So now look at them. They're miserable. That's why they're addicted to drugs.
Yep.
That's all they're on because they're guilty.
That's right.
And any Edomite that try to act like he's not guilty, he's just infested with the spirit of Satan, man. All right, he's just full blown in the spirit of an Edomite. Because Esau, what do you think you were doing when you took this place? When you took us down, you were in that complete mindset, man. Okay, that the Most High is with you, but the Most High ain't with your bitch ass anymore, man. We did what we got to do, and now look at you.
The Most High was never with you.
He was never with you.
He set you up. Okay, he had you thinking that he was with you. Okay, and the reason why you thought he was with you is because of your own pride.
Because he didn't fuck you up.
All right. Now you're being destroyed, and you wondering what the hell is going on. Well, if you read Hebrew, you might want to know why you're living in the tent. Okay, why your house got foreclosed on, why your children are addicted to opioids. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing that to you for what you did to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And we're reading about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It said, "Miserable are the cities which thy children served."
Mm-hmm. Miserable are the cities which thy children served, and we've served in all these cities: New York, okay, Los Angeles, the Bay Area. Those are the three top cities out here. Just the three largest economies, really, bringing the most money in Babylon. They got the most homeless. How it is the places that have the most money, the most people are poor and on the streets, drugs. Why? Because they're on drugs, man. Really, when you look at it, they're criminals, man. And the majority of them are Edomites. Because when Jake was out on the streets doing drugs, they was getting heamed up, getting beat up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, getting thrown into jail, getting put to death, dying, being judged. But now it's Edomites. And Edomites are resilient out there, man. I ain't gonna lie. We saw you go through like sometimes two overdoses in a day, going strong.
Well, they'll bring Esau back.
They'll bring Esau back.
The Edomites that are out there, they shoot up. The cops don't do nothing to them, man.
Not at all.
They let them shoot up. They don't bother them. But if they see somebody drinking a 211, they'll cite them. You know?
They'll cite Jake. You try to get Jake in there, man. Keep going.
Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's talking about Babylon as a whole. That's the reason why this entire country is through, man. Okay? Everywhere you go, these people are through. This country's through, man. Okay? It's in so much debt that it can't repay the debt back, man. Okay? Everybody throughout this whole country's catching hell, man. Okay? Why? Because there's a judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? It says, "For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation."
Mm-hmm. And okay? America is desolate right now, right? And you're grieving. But just wait. It's going to get worse. Keep going.
"For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning."
And that's exactly what's happening.
Where are the people rejoicing at? Well, they can't rejoice because they live in a tent. You don't want to rejoice. You live in a tent. You live in an RV. You live in. Well, how many of those students were rejoicing, man?
Well, your pride.
Here it is. You got it. Salak, bro. Here it is. They got in the San Jose State. You know, it says a kind of top school out here.
God.
You know, you get it. That's a state university now. Got it to SJSU. You know, it ain't a community college. You know, but that's a kind of prestige school, man. SJSU.
There's a history of Jake activists too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The main ones is the picture of the Olympians. I forget the name. John Carlos. The two Olympians that had the Black Panther fist. Everybody's seeing that picture. Those are two San Jose State students. So they were as heavy, deep in the trenches in the 60s and 70s fighting for Jake rights. But then all them Jakes that go to that school ain't got no damn rights. They actually can't even afford a place to sleep that night, man.
Yep.
They can't even get a bed, man.
Yeah, and we know Esau, you play games on the news, man. The majority of those people in there that can't afford school is you Edomites, man. All right. So here it is. You got in San Jose State. You supposed to be rejoicing, man. Okay. And this ain't just happening in San Jose State. It's happening in all these other universities out here, man. So you going to school, you supposed to be rejoicing. I got to college, man. You know, I'm about to start my life. You know, I'm gonna get a degree.
I'm gonna get bitches.
Yeah.
I'm a
party. You ain't got no damn house, man.
Bro, she gonna see you sleeping in your car. You're through, man.
It said one of the professors was sleeping in the car.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. Like teachers can't teach. Like not only professors, but like you're the second grade teacher. She can't afford to live out here, man. They can't even get teachers that pay them a living wage, pretty much, in some cities out here, like Cupertino, Oakland. Oh yeah,
teachers went on strike recently.
Yeah, they can't afford, and Oakland's through, which shows you how fucked up it is, man. Even Oakland, man, that's a super post-apocalyptic world. You still paying $1,500 out the ass, man. And if you want to cut corners, you're gonna end up sleeping in a ghost ship.
Oh man, you're gonna burn it down.
And then you're gonna wake up to your death, man.
You're gonna burn.
You're gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up in the heavens, man. Through.
You're gonna wake up on fire. Then you're gonna wake up in the heavens.
Then you're gonna wake up in the spiritual world, man. But this place, it's nothing but judgment and hell coming towards this place. America is through. Hence, the episode, another rendition.
It says, "For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude." That's the reason why the mirth is completely sucked out of this place, man. These people ain't having fun here. How you gonna have fun when you live in a damn tent?
Party guys.
How you gonna have fun in America and you live in a damn RV, man? Okay, now your whole life, you've been taught, oh man, all I gotta do is make a way for myself and I can live the American dream. All I gotta do, I go to school, you know, I put my mind to it. I can do anything I want. I can have a big house, a mansion. I can live on the hills.
That's what they tell you.
That's what they tell you, bro. But now look at you living in a damn. And this is beautiful, man. Okay, you living in an RV. The American dream is turned into an American nightmare, man. Okay, why? Because this is the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. It says, "For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning." And that's what these people are going through right now. They mourning, man. Okay, you don't see these people with smiles on their face. Well, why? Because the majority of them, they live in their damn car, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people that you see on the street, especially out here, they don't live in a house, man. They live in an RV. They live in a car.
They're stealth vanning.
Yeah, they stealth vanning. You know. They going somewhere to take a shower. They taking bird baths in the city or these public restrooms, man.
A lot of people are like literal campers. They're like they stay at certain state park, county parks, just like throughout the week, man. Showering at the park, just camping out. Like that's their lifestyle, man.
Through.
Out of here. But hey, paying that is a little bit cheaper than paying at a hotel, staying at a motel, man. And that's through. This place is done, man.
It says, "For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time." And that's the ultimate judgment that's going to come upon this place, man. Okay, the things that you see now, this homelessness, homeless crisis, okay, this quote-unquote housing crisis, the opioid epidemic, that's just the beginning, man. Okay, everything is going to get worse, all right? More diseases is going to come out. Well, we're gonna be watching videos dealing with that, man. A disease has come out. A lot of people are sick. You got to quarantine them. You know, people have to get back. You're going to see people dropping dead, man. People getting quarantined.
Well, New York City, I think they're forcing measles
vaccinations. Yep.
That's pure hell, man. And that's the worst one. The MMR, that's like automatic autism.
Measles, mumps, and rubella, I believe.
Yeah, measles, mumps, and rubella. And if you're an actual so-called black boy, okay, a Jake, you have the highest chance of autism, man, if you get the MMR, according to that documentary, Vax. which is an all-out assault on that on Facebook. They don't want. They're trying to kill all the anti-vaccination shit. I wonder why. Oh, because they're trying to force vaccinations on you. That's why. That's why you people are miserable, right? I lost my child at 4 months. You're a bug out.
Damn.
I lost my child at 18 months. You know, a lot of Edomite women say that. Yeah, because you gave him all them shots. Now he's a bug out. He's hitting his head on the wall now. Right? He can't swallow. He can't chew his food. He's just a complete bug out. You know, running into the glass window. But yeah, that's why they're so miserable. They're done. Read the rest of us, wrap it up.
Done. I'll just read it again. It says, "For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time." And that's going to be the ultimate judgment that's going to befall this place, man. See, after all this goes down, okay, after Yahweh Shem Yahushua completely breaks you people down, okay, he takes away your hope, okay, he's going to thermonuclear missiles, okay.
True.
You have no hope. Okay, I'm never gonna get a home. You're gonna have to deal with that, man. I'm never gonna eat. You're gonna have to deal with that. Okay. Or I'm never gonna be cured of this disease. You know? You have to deal with that. Okay. And all of you people, you're gonna have to live with the fear of going through that, man. Okay, no place to stay, no food, no water. Okay, no cure for the diseases. Oh, if I catch a disease, I'm through. It's gonna be like the road, man.
You're gonna be hunted.
Yep.
You're actually gonna be hunted. There's gonna be people looking to fucking eat you.
Yep.
All right, or just to kill you.
Upon you, man.
Right.
You're gonna get burned up. This place ain't never gonna be built back up again, man. So prepare yourself for more hell. Okay, this housing crisis out here in the Bay Area, this is the beginning. The Most High gonna send more hell, more judgment upon you people.
You send more wildfires and earth, and the big one, the big one about to wipe this bitch out of here. All right, any last words? Quan, Akir. Hey, and with that, we're gonna give all praise going on to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash.
All right, and until next time, America's through. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.